Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 27th of January, 2023, also known as Dead Space Remake Day, because that's pretty much what I did all day long. The biggest, biggest. The first big major new release of 2023. That's what I meant to say there. So, after having played this all day long, first of all, how did it go? And what do I think? Well, I am actually going to do a YouTube short that will abridge the ideas that I'm about to say. However, since many of you watched this daily wrap in detail, I figure I'll give you a little bit more of an explanation of what I think about the game. First of all, on the Level 1 podcast today, I covered my history with Dead Space. Talked about how Dead Space 1 was actually my first ever survival horror playthrough as a Let's Player on YouTube. Of course, I didn't call myself a Let's Player back then. And how, the game's evolved over time and things like that. A good segment about the history of Dead Space, basically, on today's podcast, if you missed it. And then we actually had a lot of chance for open Q&A. So it was a good stream, a good podcast earlier. And then all day long, I played Dead Space. 3 hours on the first stream, 2 hours on the late stream, okay? I ended up in Chapter 4 out of, I think it's like 12 or 13 that are in this game. So, what are my impressions after, 5 hours of gameplay? What are the differences between this and the original game? Number one, the graphics are much better. The lighting, and of course the detail of the graphics, outstanding. Number two, Isaac is a now voice-acted protagonist. He's no longer just a silent guy who you can kind of superimpose yourself into. Instead, he very much has his own personality, his own agenda. He's out to find Nicole, who is a significant other stranded on this Ishimura that is now overrun with these crazy necromorphs. I like that. There's a couple new things. For example, there's a new character. Sadly, the character doesn't really survive very long, but is brand new, was not in the original game. And there's some differences in the way that things happen. For example, in the original game, a lot of the times, whenever you're going from one section to another, you always got to take the tram. In this game, there's actually different transitions because the game can load a little bit differently and can actually, do things a little bit better, being 2 console generations later. There was one really neat part where you returned back to the shuttle lock, like the airlock, where the ships would dock. And previously, you never really did anything there again. In this one, now it opens up, and now you're able to float around, and you're flying through there to get to another deck on the ship. It was actually really neat, a cool exploration sequence, and it actually looks like later in the game we're going to come back there again, because there was a puzzle that was not solvable at this point, because it was missing a component, and it looks like later on we'll be able to do it, which is really neat. I like that. I like that now there's different transitions. There's doorways, secret doorways you open that loop back to the previous parts of the ship so that you can actually explore more fully. It feels more like Metroidvania now than it ever did in the original game, where basically in the original, once you beat a section and you get on the tram, that's it. You're not going back. You're just going to the next linear part of the game. In this game, it very much allows you to go around and explore. And in fact, that's another one of the new things. They did away with the node doors. For those who played the first game, you know what I'm talking about. As you find hidden upgrade items, you can either use them to upgrade your weapons or armor, or if you save one, you can use it to open secret doors that basically have good power-ups and stuff inside. In this game, they did away with those. Instead, at certain set portions of the story, you will get a key card that raises your security access. And over the course of the game, you're going to find lockers, chests, and doors you cannot open until you have said security access. So this gives you incentive to backtrack throughout the game and go back to places you've already been to look for the areas you couldn't open previously and see what's in them. Now, personally, I don't know what's in them yet. I haven't really backtracked that much. I've kind of just been going along with the story or whatever, and I really haven't gone back to previous areas to see, what's in this one that I missed or whatever. Maybe I will eventually, but for now, I'm excited to basically go back later on. Maybe in the story, there's a reason to go back later and see what's in those things that we kind of skipped first off because we couldn't open them at first. So that's a huge thing. Needing a reason to backtrack, going kind of open throughout the entire ship. But basically, I mean, at face value, the game's the same game, same story, same dialogue. Pretty much, it's different dialogue, but it's the same, thing. No one's really changed their dialogue or anything like that. The gunplay is exactly the same. It feels like you're playing Dead Space 1 with the gunplay, for sure. That really was not changed or refined at all. It's not like they gave them a quick roll or changed anything. It's all the same there. So if you like the Dead Space 1 gameplay, you're going to like the gunplay of this. They didn't really, mess with it too much. But is it worth 70 bucks? 5 hours in, I don't know yet. 5 hours in, I'm liking my stay, as they say. But it's because I really like Dead Space to begin with. I really liked the first game. By the end, I don't know if there's going to be enough innovation. Like, there's some side content, there's side missions. I can't do any of them yet. Basically, what it is, as you go through the game, you can do there's different side missions, but not until you've unlocked like all the different parts of the ship can you even do them. So I have 2 side missions I'm kind of stuck and can't do yet. I don't know if they're going to be meaningful or not. I don't know if there's going to be anything new coming up or if it's all literally just kind of exactly how it went down in the first game. I'm still liking it because I love the first game, but is it worth 70 bucks if you played the first one? Man, I don't know. Especially when Dead Space 1 is right now on Game Pass. You can play it for free if you have Game Pass. So why pay 70 bucks for one that has a facelift, right? I don't know yet. Let's see. I will have a better idea once we get further into the game. But let me put it this way. It's not terrible. It doesn't feel like a ripoff. At the same time, I'm not blown away, and I don't feel like there's been anything that's been like a wow moment that was so different from the original that I feel like I'm playing a new game or anything like that. It does feel like Dead Space 1 with, a facelift, with a few quick added things here or there to make it feel a little bit refreshing. But for the most part, it's very much still Dead Space 1, okay? Which could be a good thing if you like it. So, I hope you watch the videos. If you do, please remember to like them. Leave comments on them if you're enjoying them. I would love to hear your feedback on all of this. It helps the channel immensely, so I hope you're enjoying yourselves watching. And what's going to happen over the weekend? Let's talk about that. Tomorrow, we're taking a break because I did Dead Space all day today. I need to do variety, so tomorrow will be our chill RPG day. The first stream will be One Piece Odyssey. The late stream will be Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So good variety tomorrow, RPGs, and breaking up the action of Dead Space for sure, okay? Then, on Sunday, Dead Space comes back as the main gameplay stream. Sunday night will be more Warzone. Then Monday will be RPG day, and then Tuesday again will be Dead Space and Warzone, all right? Now, I do have plans, once I finish Dead Space Remake, to do a video where I will directly compare it to Callisto Protocol and let you know what I think about each game and if one's better than the other, because they both came out within about a month and a half. That had to have been intentional, and I'm going to let you know the deal on that, okay? So, thank you guys for a great it was a great day, great attendance. Support was pretty good all day. No complaints on my end. Everything was good, right? Hopefully, we can keep that momentum going. Everyone will enjoy this weekend. Enjoy getting caught up. If you didn't see the live streams, the videos will be live shortly if they're not already. And I hope to see you in the morning for a chill RPG day. If not, if you're only here for Dead Space, I'll see you Sunday, okay? Thank you all very much. Have a good night. See you soon. Peace out. And by the way, don't let the necromorphs bite. Peace.